Kristi Noem is so bad at her job that people with actual expertise in disaster recovery are quitting because of her. And here I'm referring to Ken Paguric. He had been part of FEMA's Urban Search and Rescue Branch, and he's gone. He stepped down. And while he's not publicly saying the reason, sources who spoke to him before he stepped down say it's because he became increasingly frustrated with the Trump administration's efforts to dismantle FEMA. And in particular, he was enraged about the fact that Kristi Noem took 72 hours to approve some of the spending that they wanted to put into search and rescue following the disastrous flooding in Texas. And just think about that. This is a person who's worked his way up through the field, actually caring about helping people in the recovery of these sorts of disasters. And then you got to watch someone like Kristi Noem, who's now in charge of all of this, of DHS, of FEMA, of disaster recovery, because she liked Trump. She spoke out on the campaign trail about him or whatever. She was good on TV, I guess, from Trump's point of view. I've never understood it. And since then, as you've been trying to do your job with the cuts and with the firings and with all of that, with the looming destruction of FEMA entirely hanging over your head, and you watch her and she dresses up like a cop, and then she dresses up like Border Patrol, and then she dresses up like a fire person, and then a baker, and makes cookies on the Today Show. I don't know what she's doing. She does a lot of cosplay or whatever. And that's the situation. So what do you do? What do you do? Do you continue to stay in your position knowing that you're not going to get the money or the support or the workforce that you need, that eventually FEMA will just be entirely destroyed, and then every state's just, in it for themselves, I guess, to try to save people in response to the natural disasters that hit America multiple times every single year? Or do you try to draw attention to it the only way that you can, by stepping down? And that's what he did. And he did leave with a statement over it. He said, this decision was not made lightly, and after much reflection and prayer, it is the right path for me at this time. I don't know him. I don't know about his thinking or whatever. In terms of the prayer, I know that Kristi Noem implies that she's a religious person, and that stuff's super important to her. Of course, she also knows that it's almost a certainty that some people are now dead that would not be dead if she had taken the job more seriously. And I don't mean just in the immediate aftermath of the flooding, although that's definitely a part of it. Maybe if you had been a little bit less focused on, sitting in the makeup chair and picking out cool costumes or whatever, and had actually approved this funding, or hadn't set up the stupid policy that required your personal signature when life and death matters are being determined by the minute, by the second, you know that. But you also know that you never should have been in charge of this at all. You saw it as a stepping stone, maybe, to something greater. But it's more than that. It's important. It's literally life and death.